pizza dough, real basic pizza dough. I'm gonna show you how to make a real delicious one. Check these ingredients out. All we need is a little flour. We have our starter, which is basically warm water, yeast, honey, and then we're gonna finish this with a little bit of olive oil. So it's real simple to start. All you have to do is take warm water. How do you know if it's warm enough? Put your finger in it. If it feels warm, you know you're at the right temperature. This here is a little bit of honey. The honey's gonna add some color and a little bit of sweetness. Our palate loves a little bit of sweetness. And all I'll do is mix that together, and I'm gonna let that rest for about 10-15 minutes. And then what's gonna happen is that yeast is gonna come alive. It's gonna look similar to this. And then I'm gonna take this mixture, and we're gonna mix it into our flour. So I have my flour here. I'm gonna make a nice little well, and I'm slowly just gonna mix this in. This may get a little bit messy, so that's what you have your bowl scraper here for. You could easily do this in a machine if you have a stand-up mixer or a KitchenAid at home, but all I'm gonna do is really work this dough. This is gonna get a little messy, so what I'll do is I'll bring this all together just like this. At first, it's gonna look kind of like a streusel topping, but what you wanna do is really mix this dough well, because what happens is all the moisture is stuck on the inside of this dough. So I'm gonna add this slowly, and I'm showing you the old school way of doing it, just in case you don't have a stand-up mixer at home. And look at this, see how it looks really, really dry? All I have to do is mix this, and I'm really gonna work this dough. I'm really gonna work it, because all that moisture is actually in the middle of this dough here. So I'll take this, I'll just continue to work it, and my bowl scraper here keeps this nice and organized, nice and clean. Get that out of the way for you. And then, once it begins to come together a little bit, what I'll do is, I'll begin to knead this dough. And you'll see that a lot of this moisture is actually gonna come out because it's right in the middle. So check this out. See how it just kind of looks like it's real dry? So now I'm gonna knead it. I'm gonna take the heel of my hand here, I'm gonna push in, I'm gonna pull this over, and I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna push in, pull over, and turn it. And at first, you might give up. You might think, wow, this needs more water, and then you're stuck in this battle. If you add more water right now, you're gonna add water, flour, just stick with it. Keep working it and see how it's coming together now. So what I'll do is I'll use all that extra moisture that's there, I'll use it to clean up my table, and I'll continue to knead this. You want to kind of push down with your body weight, make sure you're standing, and as you do this, you're developing gluten. And that gluten is really important because later on, it's going to allow this pizza dough to become really glutinous. So I'll do this for about another 10 minutes, and then after it's nice and firm, what I'll do is I'll roll it into a little ball, pour a little bit of olive oil over this, and we're going to let this rest. And we're going to check this back out in about half an hour once this is rested so we can stretch it.